all, I want to say hi to Ching Che and to Andy, who have both been longtime friends on the forum, as well as Tom. Sean, anybody else you can think of we're going to say hello to?
Sarah.
Sarah? Oh, yeah, Sarah for sure.
Gary Parr out in Chicago.
Yep.
A million other people on the thread, many of which we don't know your real names. Peter and I do have real names. I'm Sean Wilson. This is Peter Hine, the proud owner of the aquarium. I've been fortunate enough to help him out along the road, met through the Reef Central thread that you all know us from. And Peter being Nineball, me being Mr. Wilson. But for today, I'm Sean and this is Peter.
Good. And that's a good segue into how this whole thing started. I was going to do a renovation in the basement, and I had an architect that suggested I develop a signature for the size of the scale of the renovation. And so I said, yes, I want to get a pool table. And he said, well, you can have a pool table, but that doesn't count as a signature. So what about a water feature? And conversation drifted, and finally we decided we'd do an aquarium. At the time, I thought, well, an aquarium, something that you can get your arms around and has some fish in it. So when we decided to put this in, the project slowly just grew. When we put in the tank, we used a crane to get it over the house and put it in. We had the basics in place, but the basics were really inappropriate for where this tank was going. We were using what I call pool pumps, really, that were noisy.
We threw out a bunch of stuff when I walked in on the project, and we didn't do it just for the sake of doing it. There's a lot of things that I could have redone as well, but there were certain things, without dwelling too much on the first thing. The pumps were a major thing that had to go, the lighting had to go. It was older technology, and Peter was really interested in not necessarily having the newest, shiniest thing on the market, but is there something that brings more to the table? Is it quiet? Now, this isn't too much to ask for. Is it quiet? Does it move the water?
Well, the first thing is, what's the health of the inhabitants? What's best for the health of the inhabitants? That's the starting point.
And this is where the reef hobby is a different realm. If you take up, not to knock photography or stamps or coins or golf, whatever you want to do, they have a finite number of things, and as much as you'll spend a lot of time working on your swing or working on your aperture, it's not as encompassing as the aquarium world, because you've got to know electrical and plumbing and heat and cooling and nutrition and biology, so it's a never-ending lesson. And it's what keeps people such as Peter and myself going in this, because it just wouldn't have the challenge if it was anything else.
This tank has been all about seeking out best practices. And that includes some of the processes that we develop to make sure that fish are held for 3 weeks before they go in the tank. That we medicate where it's appropriate. We make sure they're eating healthy. We make sure their diet is established. And to that extent, I believe our practice has stood us well. Not that we can't subsequently run into trouble that we don't anticipate, but so far we've had very good results with our fish.